Hello, my wonderful froggy friends. How's everybody doing out there? I am back. I missed yesterday. I wasn't busy. It just seemed like time just got away with me. So I didn't sit down to do a video, and I'm really sorry. So I owe you two videos, and you'll see me do two videos today. So if I'm wearing this, it's not 2 days, and I wore the same shirt. It wasn't like that at all. I'm just gonna do two videos in one day because I owe you that. I owe you that. I don't want to start you out on something and then not follow through. That's not very nice of me, now is it? Anyway, um, welcome to Cassie's Corner. I am here. Cassie is here. I'm Cassie. We are talking about. I am trying to help someone who may be very deeply or darkly depressed to overcome those fears. I do it through overcome those dark, depressive feelings, depressive thoughts. Through your mind. Your mind is a very powerful machine, and don't underestimate how powerful it can be. Trust me. And this is somebody that has been through a very deep, dark, depressive time for about 10 or 15 years. I'm not a professional. I'm not a medical person. I've studied in the medical field, but more administrative or anatomy and physiology. So I really haven't. I'm not really medically licensed to give anybody that kind of medical advice, or I'm not a psychologist or anything like this. This is just tips and tricks that helped me come out of a very dark, depressive, self-hate, self-loathing kind of state of mind. And as you can see, it's there. It'll always be there. It's kind of like an alcoholic or a drug addict. That addiction to that low feeling will always be there, but it has to be. It's a constant fight for me to not have it always, or not to have it rule my life like it did, because it totally ruled my world. And these are the tips and the tricks and the thoughts that I can give you, that we can discuss, that helped me come out of a really dark time. Please like and subscribe if you like my videos, if you're interested in this kind of thing. And I do my best to communicate with you personally, if that is the case. If you need privacy, if you want to mention names or situations where you feel like somebody will somebody, shut up. So, my phone. Somebody will probably pick up on it being them. If you want to do it that way, I do have a private email for you to contact me. It's cassiescorner@outlook.com. Leave me a message, leave me a like, subscribe, all those kinds of things. This is YouTube. That helps YouTube's algorithm to help me become more out there, and I can help maybe reach more people that need this kind of help, need this kind of talking through, need this kind of coaching to help them get over their depressive state. That is what YouTube is about. It's pretty much a popularity popularity contest. Why did I say concert? And they use how many people physically react to your videos, and that is including watching, commenting, liking, subscribing, and things like that. And it helps to them to say, okay, she's reaching people, so let's go ahead and promote her videos. So I'm not really worried about being monetized. I mean, it'd be nice to be monetized, but I'm not quite there yet. I've only been at this for maybe a year, I think. So I'm not quite. I haven't earned my due, so to speak. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and go do yesterday's, and then I'll come back later and we'll do today's. So that way, I'm not so far back. So, January 19th, day 19th, this is, from the Daily Stoic. I kind of like to show the book so that if you see it, maybe, in a bookstore, or maybe at a thrift store, or, a garage sale or anything like that, you can pick it up. I'm not against thrift stores. I'm not against, Goodwill or yard sales. If you can get it cheaper, good on you. That means you saved money, and you have it's impertinent that you save that kind of money. So I'm not against that thing. I'm not saying that if I wanted a book and I saw it and I could see it in a thrift store or Goodwill or whatever, I would pick it up more so than spending $29 at a bookstore. Books are crazy expensive these days. Everything is crazy expensive. I'm not even going to just go with books. Everything. Okay, wherever you go, there is your choice. And that is what today's tagline is. The quote is, a podium and a prison is each a place, one high, the other low, but in either place, your freedom of choice can be maintained if you wish. And that was from Epictetus and his discourses. Below it says the Stoics all held vastly different stations in life. Some were rich, some were born at the bottom of Rome's rigid hierarchy. Some had it easy, while others had it unimaginably hard. This is true for us as well. We all come to the philosophy from different backgrounds, and even within our own lives, we experience bouts of good fortune and bad fortune. But in all circumstances, adversity or advantage, we really have just one thing we need to do: focus on what is in our control, and as opposed to what is not. Right now, we might be laid low with struggles, whereas just a few years ago, we might have lived high on the hog. And in just a few days, we might be doing so well that success is actually a burden. One thing will stay constant: our freedom of choice, both in the big picture and small picture. Ultimately, this is clarity. And remember, our word for this month was clarity. Whoever we are, wherever we are, what matters is our choices. What are they? How will we evaluate them? How will we make the most of them? Those are the questions life asks us, regardless of our station. How will you answer? So, no matter if you're rich, no matter if you're low, no matter if you're struggling to pay your bills, no matter if you are just at the lowest point of life, it seems like, and there doesn't seem to be a way out, we can still control how we think and what our mind is focusing on. Yes, we're going to worry about paying those bills. We're going to worry about how the money is going to get there, but we're not going to worry so much that we're hateful to other people, or that we can't be nice or enjoy our life. I know that when I was growing up, I had a lot of issues growing up. I mean, I had a childhood, so I can't say it was a bad childhood. I do remember laughing. I do remember having a good time. I feel like I need to be in one of those old-timey prison people that are just got out of prison. Feel like what I am when I wear that shirt. But I do remember, my mom was angry a lot of the time, and it wasn't just, she wasn't really angry at me. It felt like she was angry at me. I mean, I was just a kid. But I do remember her struggles she brought upon herself. If we were broke, she worried about how to do this bill and how to do that bill and how are we going to do this and how are we going to eat and things like that. And I do, but it made her hard. You know what I mean? It made her, why would you make something like that hard? I mean, if you can't make the money, if you can't pay those bills and you worry, I mean, it's making you a hard person is not going to make it any better. It's just going to make you broke, in debt, and now bitter and hard. Let's not do that to ourselves. Let's, think with clarity and give our mind the room to utilize the talent that we may or may not have to come up with that money ourselves. I mean, I feel like my mom worried herself so much that she could not openly think of more ways to gather money. She was just stuck on day to day, She didn't try to use her talents otherwise, to do something else to come up with more money. So, and then not only that, I just feel like she was just stuck there. That like that life was comfortable for her for some reason. Why would you not want to make more money in the long run to have more things as you grow older? She pretty much passed away at 68 with absolutely maybe a trailer, that was falling apart, and some DVD tapes and some Gone with the Wind memorabilia, things like that. So, not really anything to her name, so to speak. So, her worry kind of limited where she got in life, where she actually ended up in life, and that's kind of a sad state of affairs. Think about tomorrow. Think about. I mean, you can't think. I mean, not really think about tomorrow, but think about. You can only do it one day at a time, and think about the most important things on hand. But as you're making money, or as you're attempting to make money, let's see a more permanent situation to make more money. She was an alcoholic. She was a smoker, so that kind of took away a lot of her money also. People are like that. People are just like that. They just, are comfortable with their way of life and don't want to move on any further, and don't want to improve, and don't want to, because this hard work. Change is hard. Change is hard, but you got to do it. It's best for you if you do the hard work. So, that is our lesson for today. Did it help you? Is anything, no matter rich or poor? I always thought about, okay, if I could be like anonymously rich, I would like to, but then you would think about all the taxes that I would have with all the property maybe that I would have, or the cars that I would have. And people, I think there's more struggle in being rich than there is in being like a middle class person. I think there's more. We own our house, and we still have to pay taxes on it. If we don't pay taxes on it, it's not our house. And every year, those taxes are somehow going to go up. Property tax, otherwise tax. Insurance. We have to pay insurance. Whereas if you're renting a house, you don't really have to have insurance on that house, unless you are smart enough to get renter's insurance. But the house insurance, property insurance, that will always go up as well. Think about that as you're sitting here, praying to God, please make me rich. Do you really want to go all there? I mean, I do understand saving money and preparing for emergency runs and things of that nature, but sometimes having money in your pocket does not always mean the best option. There are more responsibilities that you would have, and I'm not saying stay broke either. You just have to think about which one is best for you. There are more responsibilities in owning property or having money in that way. How is everyone doing? It is freezing. It's freezing outside. It's 44 degrees outside. And it's a pretty day. It's a sunny day. I just walked out there to get an Amazon package, so it wasn't unbearable. If I was to stand out there all day, I think it would be unbearable. But it's been an okay day. It's been a great day. I did go get my hair trimmed yesterday. I did walk into Ross, I think, to get some more cream. It was like, no matter how much cream rinse I put or conditioner I put in my hair, it was frizzy. It was still staticky. So I went and got more, hoping that it worked. So far it's working, but I don't know. This hair has a mind of its own. It really does. Is anybody enjoying the weather? Anybody's expecting more snow? I know that we're expecting more snow over the weekend. I get my car back. It'll be ready tomorrow, but I won't get it back till Friday when my spouse can have the time to go get it. So there's that. The animals outside, the critters like the squirrels and stuff, were eating away at the wiring. So we were having every sensor come off in the car. It's kind of like, what did I do? I didn't hit anybody. We actually thought my daughter, she did hit a curb. My hubcaps, and my tires are all scratched up and things like that. You can tell she hit a curb. And we were thinking that was what caused the sensors to go off, but no. We had to apologize to her for assuming that she broke my car. She didn't break my car. The animals outside did. Is anyone looking forward to the snow? I really don't like snow. It's just cold and wet and cold. And cold. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday was MLK Day. I didn't feel like, when I went to go get nothing's really closed. I guess banks would be closed. I guess it would be a national, like, where the post office is closed. I never even checked the mail yesterday. I was just let time get away with me. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Is there anything anyone wants to comment? Is there let me know where you're watching from. Let me know who you are. Let me know if there's a problem. Leave me a frog, and that would be lovely. Leave me like a little frog picture in the comments. That would be lovely also. Anything of that nature. Let me know if there's something that I can touch on. I will look it up for you. I will do anything I can to try to make you see that fighting depression with your mind does work. It really does work. I am living proof of it. I'm smiling. I've been smiling for most of the video. I've been very happy, even though things go wrong. I know when at the peak of everything, all the sadness and everything drove me insane. If I tripped on the floor over something, it was the worst day ever. I just could not win. It was the worst. Everything was cursed. The whole day was just absolutely cursed. The worst day of my life. I can't win. And I say it as laughing because it's not funny. It's not a joke. Depressing, it really, really sucks. But I have been in the mood to be like, nothing works. Everything's a failure. I can't. And I couldn't go back there now to save my life. That was the worst feeling in the world, to know that everything I did was just so wrong. Everything I touched was wrong. And now if anything falls on the floor, I'm not blaming the world. I'm not blaming other people for things fall on the floor. Especially if you have a lot of stuff. And I currently have a lot of nonsense stuff. I do. I honestly do. So, yeah, things are going to fall on the floor. You just have to bend over and pick it up and go about your day. Forget about the bad luck. It seems like I drop everything. Though. So, my being clumsy and dropping things and things of that nature would be the catalyst for my bad days, my rough days, hate the world, hate myself kind of situations. And I did hate myself. Or I said I did. I did get up and take a shower when I needed to, but I wouldn't get dressed and I wouldn't try to present myself in any kind of fashion. I wouldn't. But I did act as though I hated myself. I can't say that I truly, truly hated myself. I did eat if I was hungry. I did take care of myself. So that is that for today, and I will close this out, and I will prepare for today's lesson. Remember, that was just now doing yesterday's lesson to keep everybody caught up. I do hope that you find that big belly laugh and that everything, the weather or your day, your Tuesday is being a wonderful day. Great laughter is great medicine. You have to laugh at yourself. You really have to laugh at yourself. You have to. If I couldn't laugh at myself, I think I would still be taking everything so seriously. It was a rough time. I can't. Like, one time I got lost. I was supposed to be looking for a doctor's office. I'm sitting there screaming at my kids, crying, screaming because I can't find this doctor's office. And I didn't calm down and, like, go to the place my son kept telling me to go to. I'm like, no, that's not it. No, that's it. It ended up being it. But I sat there and I know I screamed for about a good 30, 45 minutes with my kids in the car. And I'm sure my kids felt awful. But I was just screaming because I was lost. I didn't know where to go. Work on your mind, people. It's imperative that you really, really use your mind and think maturely and think calmly and try to rationalize with all the things that, going on in your mind, because you can rule your mind, you can control your mind, you can fix your mind. This is not a permanent situation. This is not, your depression is not permanent. I know you think it is. I know it feels like it is. But it's not. It's not permanent. I promise. You can get over it. So find that great big belly laugh. Find somebody to appreciate, because once you find that kindness, once you brighten somebody's day with your kindness, it becomes very habit forming, and you will learn to be nicer to yourself. And being nice to yourself is very, very important to you being a better person, to you being in a better position, to you. I'm not saying I want you to be a better person, because that's not fair. You may be struggling just to be the person you are, and I get that because I was there. I really do. I understand that. So I don't mean it like there's something wrong with you and you've got to do better. That's not it. There's a better way. There is absolutely a better way. So find that great big belly laugh. Find somebody you appreciate. I hope the weather and that your day is as desirable as you need it to be. And I will see y'all in a few minutes with another video. So, all my froggy friends, I hope y'all have a good day. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.